Welcome back to Let's Play Feed the Beast Genesis with Kenshin. Believe this is episode 10. We did have a surprise episode in the middle there. Setting up my farm, and I needed some more stone brick to make this ceiling. And instead of crafting it in my electric furnace, because we haven't done any progression, we decided to go out and knock down a building or two over in this city. And that kind of became its own episode. So now we're back. We can see the fruits of our labor. More like vegetables of our labor, I guess. I don't think I have a lot of fruits growing. But this is our farming simulation chamber. Very different from kind of our first remodel. We took all the IC2 crops and moved them from this floor. Notice the engineered to core metal rung ladder lets you climb quite a bit faster than a regular ladder. And we move them up to here, because up here they get higher environmental quality. They get a +1 relative to our floor, which makes it easier for our plants to grow. So slightly higher stress levels means we can grow slightly better plants more easily. All right, and then we actually go really ham over here in our metals field. Ignore this one. I need a silver crop to finish growing it. But I replaced the floor with soul sand all the way down. So notice these have no humidity in them, which these plants are okay with, but 15 nutrients. So that gives us 95 stress levels. So we can actually go through and do a little more breeding on these, since these were capped at 65. I guess it's probably 90 in the middle, right? But it means we can do a little bit more. We can get some more gain on these if we want, especially our gold. Our gold's a higher tier crop, so it has a higher stress demand. But you know, great progress on the farm. I think we're basically done. I think we have all of the industrial craft 2 crops, with the exception of adamantum, which is the diamond crop. We don't have diamond to plant under adamantum, so we have a accidental plant growing by itself in that field over there, but we can't use it. So over here we kind of have our basic crops. We have our metal field crops. We have our woods. We have double lanes of dark oak and plain oak. I like the dark oak and oak for crafting, though I haven't used any of the oak yet. We have these bone flowers, which drop, as their name suggests, bones. So good source of bone meal and other stuff. We have our colorful flower field. We have our rainbow flowers, which produce random dyes. And then we do have all the other flowers, just more for aesthetic than function. Like, you know, if I need a specific color, I guess I can come over and thwack the dye that we want, the corresponding flower. And then we have Lumilia down here. Completely worthless. This makes random leaves, which I don't care about. But maybe we'll use it. Who knows? We have our nether plants. They grow in the dark over here. So this combination of soul lantern and height results in light quality 8 across the entire room. I guess we were breeding up. I guess I'm not quite done yet. I keep forgetting about these fungi because I don't use them. I am trying to grow up warped and crimson fungus to plant in these last 2 rows here. We have terrawort, which is kind of a big deal because the terrawort lets us clear debuffs, has come in very handy while exploring. It also lets you clear radiation. Apparently I did not finish building that corner. We have our aquatic crops over here. So we have blue wheat, which, as the icon up here suggests, creates lapis. So this is our lapis source. We can now basically collect all of the basic resources via industrial craft. We have kelp, squid, sea pickle, and then we had things for coral, so we did them. This is my test plant to make sure that moving my metals onto 0 humidity wouldn't kill them. They seem fine. This is our breeding field. So notice we have all these 3x3 breeders set up where we put crops on either these 4 positions, or if I only have 1 in this position, and then we clone them out and do some cross breeding to get the stats up. This is our adamantum cultivar. We have an 18-12-9. Ideally, we would grow this up and try to get that gain a lot higher. We can go up to 90 now comfortably, right? So we can get 90, 95 stress. Dump all that into gain. Unfortunately, my crops do have kind of high base resist, like The ideal crop has 23 growth, 31 gain, and 0 resist. This is my aluminum field. We can't process the aluminum that comes off of these. It's aluminum dust here. We have to alloy smelt or arc furnace into something useful. So that's why this field's kind of stuck right now. And that's it. That's our IC2 adventure. So we learned a lot there. Oh, we have our glowstone outside too. Glow shrooms. IC2 crop adventure. So we're now experts on that. We did all of this off camera. This took several days to get the plants up to here. We have our subsoil access floor. So the entire point of this layer of stone bricks is so that we can modify the subsoils underneath. We mostly have 3 layers of soul soil on underneath farmland. That's fine for crops that like a little bit of humidity, which I think the only crop we have that needs a little bit of humidity are mushrooms. The rest of this could probably all be soul sand, but it's annoying walking on soul sand. And these, because they're such low tier crops, that doesn't matter. Notice that in our water field, we have entirely soul sand underneath, and that's because the humidity of an underwater block is automatically set to 20. So we can use soul sand, which, if you remember, has this -1 humidity plus 3 nutrients. If the humidity is fixed at maximum, we can use as much of that as we want. So let's get on to today's business, which is actually expanding this floor. So this floor, we're going to get into kind of our crops that won't or don't need the IC2 environmental quality, which is to say Farmer's Delight. So we have our Farmer's Delight field over there, which I set up off camera. This is just really basic farming. Like, this is vanilla farming. You put down dirt, you hoe it, you plant stuff in it. Tomatoes are unique in that they grow on these ropes here. So let's see if we can find some rope. They'll climb up too, so 1 tomato crop can grow 3 plants. These are recently set up, so that's why they're not fully grown. Farmer's Delight does have a unique soil. So notice this rich soil crop or block that these are growing on. These are also growing on rich soil. This one's just been hoed to make farmland. This one's underwater so that rice can grow in it. You need a 1 block deep puddle to grow rice grains. But the Farmer's Delight food, I think, will be our food of choice because that's the one that gives this comfort bus. I think there's also a... what's the other buff? Nourishment. So comfort and nourishment buffs are what we're looking for. I think we can make one now. We can make like a mushroom stew, I think. Oh, we could probably make squid ink pasta. We need fish. We could probably get fish, right? We can fish. So growing up crops, to get this soil though, it's not hard, but it is if we weren't in this specific mod pack, it's kind of annoying. You have to make organic compost. All right, so we have our organic compost here, which you just, mix stuff together. There's a variant that uses rotten flesh. This one's actually the way we went because we have unlimited rotten flesh. We could use tree bark. This recipe down here is a lot cheaper. It just uses wood. But in order to get tree bark, you have to grow wood and chop it on a cutting board, which is a manual process. And that's tedious and annoying. So because of our synthetic acquisitions quest log, we can just trade 10,000 energy for 8 rotten flesh. And that's what we did. So you get out these organic compost blocks, and then you have to compost them. All right, so this diagram here is saying you put down the organic compost and you wait, and it turns into rich soil. Now, while you're waiting, you can do things to speed it up. So if it has access to sunlight, which these do not, they decompose faster. If they have adjacent water, they decompose faster. If there are mushrooms on top of them or next to them, they decompose faster. So we have out here organic compost. This is not the most ideal setup, but it was easy. The ideal setup would be kind of that sugarcane setup where you have flowers of compost touching water interwoven together in that like night shape. These mushrooms, once they're on top of rich soil, will grow into mushroom colonies. You can see one over here, actually. You can either right-click these to harvest mushrooms from them, or you can shear them to pick up the whole colony. Really good source of mushrooms, actually. If we didn't have industrial craft, we would probably grow these, but we don't need that. So we're making more compost to fill in this gap here, and then I really think this is all we need. So we have tomatoes, cabbage, flax, and then we don't actually have them yet, but Farmer's Delight has another crop that we have not found yet, which is the onion. Yeah, the onion, and okay, I'm drawing a blank here. I know we need onions. Maybe it's just onions. Maybe we just need onions. But for whatever reason, I don't know where we're going to get these. It says temperate lands such as plains and forests, so we might have to... I assume we'll get technology to change the biome, and we might have to make our biome something that's not wasteland in order to get those. Because we were able to get cabbage, right? I wonder if these have descriptions. Beach, coasts, arid lands. So I wouldn't be surprised if the wasteland counts as like an arid beach, which is the biome we're in. And we can get these crops and this, especially this straw resource here, by just taking a knife from the mod, so an iron knife, or any other knife, I guess. And all we do is we put this in our offhand, we right-click the ground, and we pick up all the grass it drops. Right, so again, I have AltMine installed as with my mod pack. It's not part of Vanilla Genesis, but I cannot live without it. I'm not willing to make that choice. Oh, I should put that away. So yeah, that's where we're at, and let's think about where we are going. Let's put our knife away. Okay, so that said, where are we going? We have a couple things to do here, right? So our selective breeding, we got our blue wheat, we can pick up these quest rewards. We got our Terra wart, we can pick up these quest rewards. I'm assuming this is a 555. Oh, is it not identified? It is a 555, yeah. But these are what's really interesting to me, these two quests here, right? So let's... It told us to search the base for beetroot seeds, which in our first episode, we found the beetroot seeds. And we were like, oh, why are these colored? We also have colored wheat seeds here. So I'm hoping that they do this quest line. Strange transmission resonates from within the fields. Its source is unknown, as if it's coming from the plants themselves. After some investigation, you've confirmed there's a message hidden in the genetic structure of the plants in the seed vault. Right, and that's where we found these, in the seed vault. After some quick translation, you determine the message reads, the beetroot was so aptly chosen as to be the root of all evolutionary genetics for Elyria's future. Find the 3 variant strains and submit them to prove you're qualified to access my research. Right. Do we have to do this one too? I wonder if we can do both of them. Like if we can get 2 storage cells, that would be neat. Oh, yep, it will do it. Okay, sure. Sweet. Okay, we got 2 storage cells. I was kind of expecting these to be mutually exclusive. And I am curious what this this farming simulation is. You're a skilled botanist indeed to recognize my masterful work. I trust you will care and provide for the plants herein, and I hereby grant you full access to my private labs. It's the soil you see, subsoils and ideal conditions seem to make the plants grow so much better. To that end, I've created a superior version of my original farming simulation, and now I place it in your capable hands. Good luck. P.S. Just as I've created my own virtual environment, I encourage you to do the same. That I've left you a few spatial disks to create your own simulated environments. Best wishes, Dr. Thorn. And we have Dr. Thorn's diary. That came from here. So maybe it would have been easier to just bum rush this instead of tearing down and redoing the original simulation. But let's go do that, right? So we have to do that. We don't want to activate the simulation before we save the simulation, right? So we unload the farm. Now we go here, we activate, and that should give us this. Okay, so notice that we climb up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. I don't see a ceiling in here. So presumably this top layer, notice we can't see anything, is boom. Oh, that's interesting. She's bubbles here. I wonder if bubble soil contributes better to the environmental quality. All right, so this is cute. Let's are these named? Okay, so we have the farm with us. Let's take out our, let's put down a crop stick. All right, now, so it's still environmental quality 4 down here. She's got 9 nutrients, which means this is farmland with soil underneath. Is that clay or terracotta? I bet it's terracotta over there. Cyan terracotta. What is this? Oh, we have thermoelectric generators. Why are these working? We have flux converters. Oh, that's cute. Oh, I like this. This little, so I love engineer's decor. I thought these were real blocks, but I guess they're fakes. Ooh, a crop library, a waystone. And there's her other journal. Spawns. Oh, okay. So these are what's floating. Okay. Use where there is an airspace to place. I wonder if we hold these in our hand, if we can see them. No. Can I just ploop? No, you have to place it on top of something. Remove a light by using a spark on it. Okay, yeah, and then it just picks it back up. Ah, zombie spawned. So that room in there, I'm willing to bet there's like soul sand or something on the ground, right? Hey there, buddy. Yep. All right, so this is cool. Still, oh, there's treated wood in here. We, oh, what's this? Oh, okay, you can go down and see her subfloor. All right, it's annoying that this is soul sand. This does not have to be soul sand. I would have made this dirt. I like the format of this. Is the simulation really this large? I wonder if we can get the netherite back from the trapdoor. Dark connected glass. I wanted to make that, but I don't think I could. Right? Because, so this stuff is immune to wither explosions, and it looks good. And I wanted to make it to use for our staircase, but in order to make it, you needed tinted glass. The only way to get tinted glass is with amethyst, and I don't know how we get amethyst yet. End city. Maybe we can find like geodes underground, but yeah. So this is cool. This is cool. Kind of regret not doing this sooner. I assume they gave us these here to power stuff. Like we could put the crop library down. I think we'll just take everything that's useful from this simulation and deal with it later. Oh, this would have been really nice, though, because I had so many trips into the nether to get soul sand and soul soil, right? Like, I tore up that itty-bitty sand valley that we had. I like the idea of using the simulation chamber, but I don't like that I can only have one thing loaded at a time. And we will use the crate. Well, first of all, let's see if... I think you can pick these up. I think the immersive engineering storage crates don't break when you break them. Yeah. I guess we'll do that. Ooh. That has Quanta stats on it. We do have to be careful picking up the... Oh, this is EU converter. Let's see. Are these expensive to make? I just want to know if I break this, can I make it back? Yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, that does not look good. All right, yeah. So I assume we need the thing. I do just want to take everything out of this. We need an industrial work table, actually. I do want to read her diary, though. I'm Dr. Thorn, renowned Elyrian botanist, and if you're reading this, I'm already dead. I have overreached my designs. With the plants unable to thrive in the physical world, I tried to emulate a physically, I guess there's a typo there, we'll fix that for her. No, we should leave it posterity. Physically variant reality inside of the Nexa. To everyone's astonishment, it worked. The plants could live in the soil and be transferred between worlds. Something was happening inside, though. Instead of growing, the plants seemed just remain... What? Instead of growing, the plants seemed to remain just as they entered, never maturing. Created a spatial anchoring device, and I plan to digitize myself into the farming simulation to force the area to remain active. So it would unload if she went in there. The problem is time flows differently in here, and I have no way out. I had expected the simulation to end mere seconds after I went in. Sadly, this is not the case. Sounds like in Myst, where if you forget to bring a portal book with you, you get stuck in your world. The simulation has been running now with me inside for what feels like months. I have taken ill as well. I believe something in the Weedex I was using caused it. Yep, the Weed X is bad. I was modifying the plants to be immune to weeds, but it appears the Weed X is quite poisonous. If you find this, I hope you fare better than I did. I do believe it is possible to tag this area for loading and leave a transmission device in so plants can stay working always and allow you to enter and exit without suffering my fate. I wonder what that means. Transmission device. I think we have something called a transmission device. Oh my god. No. Because it sounds like, hey guys, just gonna, oh god, there's a spider in there too. Just gonna close that. Oh yeah, I want to see if we could harvest the netherite back from the trapdoor. No, we are gonna take these thermoelectric generators, though I am concerned that they're not doing anything. Let's see if we attach power to it. Okay, well, it looks like they're producing power. What's nice about these is that they produce infinite free energy. It's very low current. Like, they produce energy based off of the blocks touching them. So, like, ideally you have some kind of heat or temperature differential. All right, let's see if we can pick these up with the IC2 branch. Oh, yep, there we go. Thermodynamics ones, we should be able to just pick up this uranium. I don't know if we can pick up ice. Yeah. We can craft ice somehow, though. I don't think we explicitly need anything else from this simulation. So we'll put this on there. I'll name this Thorns Farm. Oh, that was loud. I have to remember to turn that down in the video. I think we compressed the game audio anyways to remove peaks like that, but I can't say for sure. Put this over here. All right, I love going down the ladders. It's just very satisfying how fast they like rush up at you. This is our auto composter setup, so you can put stuff in the hopper. The barrel, I guess you could use the barrel. Really, the only reason we have the barrel there is so things don't accidentally fall into the hopper. Notice that we have compost forming. Notice the organic compost changes color too. It gets darker brown as it gets closer to the soil. We have some mature mushroom colonies. So I think that's it for our catch-up here. We have not exploited the natives yet. We have not gone into this. What we're going to do now is this branch of sprouting new life. So we're going to make our inferium farmland and start crafting our, what is this, mystic agriculture seeds. And we need that to get access to clay so that we can make things that use clay. Now we did discover that we have access to brick, right? Because we can harvest bricks from the cities and you can cutting board the bricks back into individual bricks. So we do have access to brick, which we used upstairs to do some stuff. I'm just gonna hit pause on this and we'll be back in a moment. Okay, so we're back. You can see that our compost has all composted into rich soil. We have all these lovely mushrooms on top. Our plants are all grown and we want to get into mystic agriculture, right? Now I am going to pick up all these plants and dirt, and it looks like we're going to need a new shovel. Can never have too many shovels. We are going to break these. When you break the colony, you get a ton of mushrooms. You can also shear the colony. If you have like flint or iron shears, we can make shears. All right, for demonstration purposes, right? So you can right click them to shave off some mushrooms. You can pick up the whole colony if you want. We'll just pick up the whole colony, why not? And now these mechanism fluid tanks, a little more expensive than a bucket, but holds 32 buckets, totally worth it. And we're just gonna scoop these up, right? Okay, so we just hold right click. You can also set these down on the ground. If you hold shift and scroll, you can turn bucket mode off and on. With bucket mode off, it becomes a tank. You can actually open it, play with some settings. You can pipe in and out of it. Oops, forgot to scroll. In between episodes, I crafted the super magnet. All right, so this thing, lots of iron involved, this glowing dust, and this dubious dust. So we needed copious amounts of redstone to make this, but we have our red wheat crop, which lets us do that. And now we can pick all this up, right? There we go. And we've been playing with the building wand. And we've learned that if you put something in your offhand and right-clicking with it, it'll build with whatever's in your right hand rather than matching whatever is in your other hand. So this has been very useful for building because now we can build off of other stuff. All right, so we're just reserving this space for our onions, and I swear there's something else, but we'll find out. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. All right, so mystic agriculture. We need this inferium farmland. With this new inferium essence that we've extracted from the nether, we've been able to create radiation-resistant soils to freely plant anywhere. So we could grow that outside, create some of this enhanced farmland, and expand your farms! Exclamation point. Enhanced farmlands work only with seeds. It does not work with crop sticks, which is annoying, but this is why we also didn't pursue this sooner and why I did all that crop farming off screen. All right, so we need to make inferium farmland. So that's pretty easy, right? We just need dirt, hoe, and inferium essence. Let's go find our inferium essence. We don't want to use too much of this inferium because we need it for other stuff in mystic agriculture. Oh my gosh, I had no idea you could do that. What else can you do with this? So we get our inferium farmland. Now, we made a bunch of this, which honestly, I probably don't even need this much because we're probably going to make better farmland immediately. Oh, and we get a bunch from this quest. Okay, that's fine. We have enough for like 5 rows of this. All right, now we want to go up to prosperity seeds. Finding the prosperity essence you found in another realm with mundane seeds, we've determined it will create a mutable protein structure that can bind to the inferium essences and a spectrum of biological and inorganics to form the basis of new resources producing plant life. Biological and inorganics. I feel like these are different forms of words. Biologics, maybe? All right, so now we want 5 rows of farmland, I think. And then 1, 2, 3, 5. Ah! I meant to have tunnel mode on. Schloop. These don't need water either. Like, I have water underneath these tiles. Oh, maybe they do help. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure they don't. I'm pretty sure you can grow on them without the water. All right, so we want prosperity seeds. So we'll, but these are the green text ones. I'm hesitating because the other colored text seeds we got from the bins, which were these magic beetroot seeds. And I'm hesitant to use them. So we are going to need a lot of these, so we'll just make as many of these as possible. Oh, that used up perfect. That was the exact right ratio, right? What else do these get used for? I worry we needed that. I forgot about these crystal things. All right, well, let's hope we didn't screw ourselves. All right. Oh, no, what are we missing here? So prosperity seed-based floral genesis. Oh, it wants us to go into botania. Okay. All right, so we'll just put these, I guess they're seeds. They can go in this one. So they're not labeled, but we have like equipment, crops, seeds. Floral genesis. There should be some experimental mystic flower essence in the vault barrels. Pretty sure we found that. Use this to create one of our world's finest achievements, the Petal Apothecary. The simplistic seeming bin is powered by a living techno-organic flower imbued with nanotechnology. They're explaining botania with science. Use some of the mystic petals to fabricate the apothecary. Let's see what magic flowers we have. I have no idea where these are inside our base. Flower essence. Okay, so it says we can use the essence to do it because we do have this, right? Oh, okay. They want us to craft flowers. I see. I see. Huh. I feel like white flowers are useful. Now we just need cobble, which we have enough of. Oh, then I have to turn this into a petal. Okay, so now we have the Petal Apothecary. Can we... Where's Sprouting New Life? All right, now we can make these. The elemental, spelled wrong, seeds are foundational seeds which can be used to produce several useful mundane blocks from dirt to sand. They are also required in higher-end crafting, awakening rituals, and a few other applications. The seed quests that branch from here are optional but recommended. Remember, you can grow your mystic seeds in cloches with farmland that is matching or above the seed tier. Okay, that's interesting. So we could bring the cloches over here, go over to the cloches and craft or use them. I'm really not sure how much faster they are. Fire agglomeratio. We can make that, right? Right. Maybe it's time to go get some lava. Oh, there's a gas there. Pretty sure we don't have a fire resist potion. On the other hand, I'm pretty sure you can swim in lava with a full scuba suit. We haven't tested that. Lets you swim in lava at full set equipped. See? We'll kill this gas before it messes with us. Okay. I was gonna say I expected that to kill it. Alright, well the longer we take, the closer mosquitoes will get. Frick. Okay, we got super lucky we have the magnet equipped. Because 100% we would have lost our bucket there. Alright, let's get a little closer. And there we go, 32 buckets. Okay, so we're back and we have our boatload of lava here. Our bucket loads, technically our tank load. And we are ready to craft some seeds, right? So I should put these all on my hotbar, just hitting A there. The great news here is that the water and fire ones are made with these agglomeratios, so we can easily make those. Let's hope to gosh these earth shards are easy to make. Oh god, I don't know what this means. Huh, elemental craft. Wonder, primal forces? I guess we're going into elemental craft, right? Okay, cool. I have no idea what some of this stuff means, so I'm kind of excited for it. Let's make our, apparently I've never picked up lava in a bucket before. Gravel, dirt, oh god, gravel. Okay, well, the good news is that we have gravel. I don't know how much of it we have, but we have some. A surprisingly rare resource in this world. And then we need dirt, right? The good news is that I don't think we need a lot of, like, one seed should be enough. I actually don't remember how seeds propagate in this. And then sticky resin, we have to get stickweed. All right, so let's make one of these. Let's make the water version. I don't know. I think that's shapeless now. Okay, so we needed 4 Inferium Essence, 4 Prosperity Seed. No, 1 Prosperity Seeds. I guess we'll make the water one first. Doesn't matter what order these go in. I think that works if it's in. Okay. Oh, it looks like it took it anyways. Let's try putting our magnet back on. All right, so it's just a visual thing that's being sucked back in. So see how we can see what's in there? We have a seed and the water, and then we'll put these 4 in there. And then, shoot, how do we activate this? While this is lagging. Simple tip for the more efficiency-minded, up to 20 seconds after crafting a flower and after refilling the water, if you right-click the apothecary with an empty hand, it'll pull another set of the same ingredients for quick crafting in bulk. Alrighty. So let's try putting down some plain wheat seed in there. Yep, that's what it is. That's what it is. Now, I think we just make a bunch of these. All right, so now we can do the rapid crafting, right? So we toss that in, refill, right click. I wonder if we can do it with our other one. Yeah, we can. Oh, that's way easier. This workflow is kind of confusing with the hands. Okay, so we ran out of water essence. Put the fire in there. And that's a problem. There we go. Okay, so now we have our fire and water seeds. We'll grow these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we should be able to grow them like that. So we have that. We have this Inferium watering can, which I assume we fill up. And the way this thing works, you can just hold it on these and it'll increase the growth tick rate. Not really worth it compared to other stuff we could do, but I guess if you're really desperate, you could do that. Okay, so elemental craft. In order to get the shards we need to craft earth and air crystals, and especially earth. We desperately need earth crystals. We have to go into elemental craft. So we need the Inert Crystal. I've never used this mod before, so we're now on a quest book-driven journey, hopefully. These perfectly crafted crystalline structures are just waiting to be attuned to elemental properties of the planet. We've established a link with a remote factory to create them for you as they are too volatile to be materialized. You can order more and have them delivered via the Amazon tablet delivery system. All right, so we need our Amazon tablet, which I'm pretty sure is in here. In here. So in order to get Inert Crystal, we can trade in bones. That's probably what we'll do. We can trade in crystals for leather. Cool. All right, we now that we have our IC2 farm, we have a lot of resources at our disposal. So I guess we're getting bone for crystal. We have 60 bones. That's enough for 5 crystals. Oh, we should attune this to a crate, right? Sure. That one. And that's why they were all red. Okay, so I think we put the items in here. Amazon tablets are used to order items and fluids similar to villager trading, except trades are delivered by drone, which is way more awesome. Pickup, drop-off locations must be specified by right-clicking in inventory and or tank with the tablet. So we've done that. Right-click. Oh, right-click +1. Oh. And then middle-click to erase. And shift right-click to multiply. All right. And then that should just be it. Boom, right? No? Okay, where's the drone? There's the drone. Whoa. And then we ordered inert crystals, right? Ha ha ha, that's cool. Elementopedia. Okay, so let's open up our Elementopedia, I guess. All right, so we'll look at that as needed. I want to get a bunch more as quest rewards. Fragile crystal. There are 4 types of elemental nodes around the world and are ethereal in nature. Placing any solid block in the same space as them will destroy their connection. Okay, great. Great care must be taken to ensure you do not let this happen. We will be investigating methods to stabilize them, but for now, be careful. All right, and we have definitely seen these around. So now it wants us to go out and find sources. Oh, it tells me coordinates. And then these give me shards. Cool. The raw crystals have arrived, but you'll need a source of highly conductive and electrically noise-free metal to make use of them. Gold should work. Scans are not picking up them in your area, which could prove problematic. That's fine. We have tons of gold now. So we just take one of these and surround it with nugs. Why don't we make 4 of these? You know, there's 4 elements. We'll make 4 of these things. Let's see what the book says. Main components of instruments coating inert crystal with gold. You're able to prevent from being altered by elements without losing its ability to interact with them. Okay, whatever. Let's go outside and look at our... All right, I think all of these are within 200, right? I wonder if that means they're just very common. Do you think I can, like, click on those to... I can. Do you think I just added that waypoint like a bazillion times? Oh, God. Okay, wow, that's farther than I thought. Okay, well, you know, I know there's one closer than that. How do you think I look at these? We'll find out. We'll find out. They just want me to look at them, right? So, but there's actually a node right here. Explore a bit and find at least one source for each element. Careful though, as you extract too much. The recovery state can no longer extract until it's fully recovered. Mark their spots. Different affinity. So they have 4 sources there. And so looking at it's not good enough. Okay, whatever. Going over to that one. We, went through and illuminated this hole so that things won't spawn in it. So our home is slightly less dangerous than when we started. So we can turn off the light render. Whoa, I don't even see it there. You think it's actually there? Like, how the heck would I have known that? All right, I guess we keep going. The shader pack's pretty cool. You know, I didn't like it at first, but now that I'm used to it, it's growing on me. Is it up in the air? It's up in the air. Okay, maybe the other one was up in the air and I just didn't see it because of that. Okay. So that other one must have been an air source. I wish I could make like a sleeping bag. Sometimes you get those. So if you are playing this mod pack and you want to be a purist who does not install alt mine, we do have this hammer mod, which if I had known about, honestly, maybe I might not have used alt mine, but I'm not going back now. These are, they let you mine out squares and cubes of material So, an alternative to alt mine, great for mining stuff like this. So yeah, that's the city we investigated last time. Those really big buildings have a lot of monsters in them, so we did not thoroughly explore those. I think if I want to explore those, I'm going to have to bring Sacred Salt with me. I like the Lost City. I do wish the... I don't know how you would do this, but it would be nice if it interacted better with the terrain instead of just making these raised and lowered chunks. You know, the raised chunk is nice because, look, you can see what it's made of. So we see diorite. It might be granite or dirt. Here's our earth. Buddy. Okay, there we go. So all 4 of those, we'll collect that later. Ooh, we get a waystone for this. We get a choice. Long ago, the scientists of Elyria managed to synthesize these energy nodes. This technology has been lost to us, but we're hoping you'll be able to rediscover the process. For now, we have enough reserves to synthesize a single node and providing it to you for extraction and study. Be careful, as with other nodes, they are fragile once placed into the node world. So does that mean that I want to take this earth node with me, since that's the hardest one to pick up? You can just right-click it. Maybe there's already a thing inside of it. I don't want to click on the ground here. I'm absolutely horrified that I might place it, and then I'll have 2 useless nodes next to each other. Element extraction. In order to harness the elemental power of the planet towards revivification, you will need to create some rudimentary alchemical machines to tap into these naturally occurring energy nodes and transfer the essence from the nodes into infuser to change the nature of mundane materials into something more attuned to the element. You need to set up the container 2 blocks below the node and the infuser on top of it. Then mine up the container or pipe directly from it. Okay, so basically you get a tank type thing, put it under there, suck it in. Cool. All right, let's go home for now. Pretty sure that's an air node. And we need an earth and an air node, so I think we're very lucky. I don't know. We have a lot of footage for this episode, so I think we'll have to call it here. Oh, we have a waystone. See, we could put a waystone out either at or between one of these elements so that we can teleport there. We'll have our earth node here. We have our air node there. So that'll give us easy access to our nodes maybe. All right, so yeah, this is a good stopping point. We got a little bit of our mystic agriculture, a little bit of botania, a little bit of elemental craft. I think we'll call it here, and next time we'll pick up with more of this element magic stuff. I was expecting to go more into technology too before we made it here. So maybe we'll go into bootstrap tech, but now we have a lot of options, and now that we have the kind of IC2 crops settled, we have a lot of basic resources. We don't have unlimited everything, like there's no crop for lead, unfortunately. All right, so I will see you guys in the next episode when we go on a little deeper into our magic or technology, depending on which of those sounds the most appealing. I will see you later.